Work ethic is consistent. The team, not so much, but McCarthy's Cowboys will host the 49ers on Sunday at 4:30 Eastern, the second of two NFC games on Sunday's slate. And we'll get our first taste of playoff football on a Monday night as the Rams and Cardinals square off in a rubber match. All right, and with that, Dan Orlovsky and Damien Woody are here. So, D. Wood, which home team is most likely to lose in the wild card?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, when you look at the opponent that they're going up against, the San Francisco 49ers, for me, it's the level of physicality that the 49ers bring to the table. You know, we talk so much about with the Dallas Cowboys, the speed that they have, particularly on the defense. You know, obviously Randy Gregory, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Micah Parsons. Well, guess what neutralizes speed? Power, the running attack. The rushing attack that Kyle Shanahan has these guys running. They know how. Kyle Shanahan is a master at exploiting weaknesses in your defense, matchups in your defense. And when you look at their offensive line, they got one of the best groups up in the National Football League. Deebo Samuel, to me, is one of the most remarkable players in the National Football League. He had a historic year. He's I call him an offensive weapon. Yes, he's a wide receiver, but he's really an offensive weapon. The way they deploy him offensively, whether it be in the backfield at the running back position, out wide at the wide receiver, this dude is a running back in a wide receiver's body because he wants all the smoke, whether it's running the ball or catching the ball at the wide receiver position. I think that's going to be very hard for the Dallas Cowboys to match up physically. And then on the other side of the ball, what the San Francisco 49ers bring on the defensive line, you're talking about Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa. Those guys are relentless coming at you. And what we've seen from the Dallas Cowboys the second half of the season, there's one word for it: inconsistent. They've been inconsistent across the board, whether it's the offensive line, Dak Prescott, the rushing attack, passing game. They've been inconsistent. Yes, their defense has been playing good all year long. But I think in order to beat the San Francisco 49ers, they're going to have to be something that they haven't been throughout the second half of the season, and that's be consistent for 3 hours plus to beat this physicality that the San Francisco 49ers are going to bring to Jerry's world.
What's inconsistent is that color scheme you got going on with the collar.
I knew someone was going to say something about that.
You crazy. This is popping right here. What you talking about?
I feel like
I wouldn't expect you to understand that.
I feel like you're going out for a 4 o'clock.
I wouldn't expect you to understand it.
I feel like you're going out for like a 4 o'clock in the morning run, and you just wanted to make sure everyone saw you with that highlighter tie you got on.
We see him.
Oh, Wood. Listen, I agree with you with the Cowboys. I do. I'm giving you two teams, the Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Cowboys, I agree with a lot of the points that you make. I think Kyle Shanahan, you know, you mentioned he exploits the weaknesses. I also think so I played under Kyle about 10 years ago, and he does a lot of things really well. I think one of the best things he does well is identify who's your best player on defense. And how many different ways can he get that best player away from the football? And he's going to watch Dallas's tape and say it's Micah Parsons. And so how many different ways is he going to use motion or a jet sweep, counters, misdirection to get Micah Parsons just away from the ball? And I wouldn't be surprised if Micah Parsons matches up against Deebo Samuel in situations in this game, and Kyle using Deebo as a kind of a decoy, so to speak, to get Micah away from the football, and he could work Kittle, or he could work a guy like Ayuk, or players in their offense, Jennings as well. So I think there's going to be moments when he doesn't even block Micah Parsons, and he's going to give kind of a read, a zone read, or a put him in conflict and really kind of make him, at least try to make him play slow when it comes to decision making and not allow him to just run to the football. So I'm really excited to watch that. I think also this, the San Francisco 49ers offense is had the second most explosive plays in the NFL this year, both run and pass. Explosive play, 20 plus yards in the air, 12 plus yards on the ground. You know who defensively left in the playoffs gave up the most explosive plays in football this year? The Dallas Cowboys defense. And that's a weakness for them, and it's a strength for the San Francisco 49ers. I still think it'll be a fantastic football game, and I think we've all said this. The 49ers are a bad matchup for everybody going into the playoffs. So I do think it's the Cowboys. I'd also say the Bengals, though, and I love the Bengals, and I think they're a special team offensively. But Joe Burrow was sacked 51 times this season. The only reason that this team is in the playoffs is because Joe Burrow was probably the best quarterback in football when it came to like evading sacks, making guys miss. And Max Crosby leads the NFL in pressures. You know, like if Joe doesn't have a remarkable game when it comes to making guys in that 4-man rush miss, the Bengals offense could be in trouble because their pass protection unit is still not good. It just gets masked by Joe being spectacular. So as much as I love Cincinnati and as much as, you know, the last time these two teams played is a 3-point game with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It ended up being a blowout because it got away from them. So that game has scared me all week if I was a Cincinnati Bengals fan, but I still think it's the Cowboys that are the most likeliest.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.